Yeah, and as before, the materials will be available to you after.
Okay, so definitely this course focuses on the advanced topic. I believe you have already attended the previous. If not, you can check library, GitHub repository, everything is there. In this course, definitely what I'm going to cover, how to adjust, like if you have multiple LaTeX file, how are you going to run and together basically compile the LaTeX file. I give you a brief idea of what I'm going to cover, and mostly this class, I can say class, is a exercise, not completely theoretical, because LaTeX doesn't work on theory. It works if you have a practice, then you can solve the problem. Okay, so multiple chapters and multiple text file, if you have, how you can run on Overleaf. That's the one topic. And to manage tables, figures, if you suppose long table, like 2 pages, 3 pages table, how are you going to fit on the in the Overleaf or in the LaTeX? Because that's the big problem in the reality. I don't know how long you had tables, but we want, I and my other co-authors, we wanted to present complete results, and it was 3 pages result. And it's very difficult to adjust in 1 page. So then normal tabular form will not work. And that for that purpose, you have to use a specific package and adjustment. Similarly, if you have a figures, it's very hard. Like if you have suppose pictures and you wanted to put all the pictures in one width or in one place, then you have to use a different package. It's not like include graphic and then it will not work. Another thing I'm not sure definitely how many people are multilingual here, are online participant. Multilingual settings, except Roman script. I'm talking, when I say multilingual here, it means Roman script. Yeah, what is your preferred, like?
So I do write in the Roman script, but then I need to put Greek alphabet.
Yes, yeah, that's the good thing. So in the LaTeX, usually we write in English, and it supports by default English language Roman script. But if you have a different script, you have to change the settings, or you have to install, you have to call this package, otherwise it will not work. Next topic would be external resources. It's very useful because you cannot, you don't need to upload, or you don't need to call every time you have to upload all the files in the same Overleaf folder. You can call, you can use a different link using external resources. I'll explain how we can do. And bibliography management, because this is the important thing. When you do a citation or when you write a bib text, then it's very important. Sometimes comment section doesn't work, you have to adjust manually. But I'll tell you how you can also do automatically. So, okay, let's start. Multiple chapters and text, definitely. Okay, here, no worries. This is a snippet for multilingual, like multiple chapters. So in, like you can see here, I created a section, and if you remember, in the one LaTeX file, you already created a section for introduction, section for experiment, section for other topics. Here, we will create in one text file name, can be a main text, and in the main text, you will define, provide all the different LaTeX file, like section, multilingual chapters. So multilingual chapters has another folder, is a folder name, and it's a introductory file. So you have to prepare input because the input is a command here. And then you can enable the different file names. Also, you can, okay, so let's do practice here because it would be easy for everyone. Okay. I think it's visible, right? You need more, maybe I can zoom a little bit. Okay, I hope so. If you remember, previous Yasser already discussed like document class in this package. Basically, this is a complete file, and the folder name is super folder is Advanced LaTeX with Overleaf in person online, the course name. In the class, you can see what I have created one class, and in the class document class, that's the name. And if you scroll down, I'll explain other things later. Yeah. So this is a section for the main text file introduction, but here I have not linked the different different text file. Like you can, okay, maybe I'll give me a second here. Yes. So.
Excuse me, sorry, where I find this file on Overleaf, can you share it with me?
Okay, sure. I think,
yeah.
Give me a second.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. So, okay, if you see this folder, I'm going to minimize many things, then it will be easy. Okay, here you can see main.txt file. This is the file name, main.txt, and you can see this place. And in the main text, out of the main text, you can see other folder name like multilingual, multi-chapters, anthology.bib, biblio.bib, other files, and style sheets for bibliography management things. So in this, you can see in the top repository, Advanced LaTeX Overleaf, the top repository have multiple text files. Some files are under the folder, some files are out in the like main.txt without folder. Okay, is this clear? So now I used this as primary file, and the rest of the files will be included in the main.txt file. If you remember here, okay, in the overlay, you can see the main document name, and main document name is main.txt file. That will when you compile the overlay, it will run the main.txt file, and through the main.txt file, rest of the file will be recompiled. If you change, then you will run, but some problem because you don't have class file, document class in the rest of the file. So basically we define document class in one file and rest of the file without class. Okay. For example, I can show, just to give me like multilingual.txt. Here you cannot see any document class file, right? Only I put the information and that's it. And I linked it with the main.txt. Any doubt, any confusion? Yes, let me know. Otherwise, I can start. Any confusion on this part? Okay, so definitely At the moment, we will skip because I'll explain a little bit later what is the package and other packages. What is the how? Do you remember any package name in this? In the first class, maybe? No?
Maybe the font.
Yeah, font was.
Yeah.
Do you?
Multicolor as well.
Okay. And maybe mathematical symbol he explained, I think.
Yeah, we did a few.
Yeah, so as
yeah.
that AMS math is a package for math symbols, graphics, book tabs is also good for the tab things. Okay, so tabular font. Now we go for the main agenda. Okay, maybe I can give some more information here definitely before we start the. Yep. Okay. Suppose you have hypothetically you are working with 6 or 7 universities, 6 authors, and they are from different universities, and you have to you wanted to declare all the information in the many places in the paper or in the thesis or whatever your collaborative project, maybe technical report, and you wanted to highlight, but it's not a good, you can write manually, but ideally it's a good idea. You can define the command. So like here, you can see that I prepared a command /new command, and I put the University Galway fill. So when I call this file, University Galway fill, automatically will be University of Galway. Okay. So like here, you can see I have declared everything because new command has a property. If you declare once, you can call at any time with the short name. You don't need to provide complete details. Automatically, Overleaf or LaTeX will understand. Okay, you are calling this person. I can say. Okay. So this is the thing, like here you can see the University Galway fill. I prepared short name because in the papers, sometimes if you have a 20 authors, it's very hard to adjust all the authors affiliation in the top place. So you have to provide some short name. So I provided in u.galway because now anymore we don't have any short name. Previously we had NUIG, but officially we don't have. Okay, so I created some part in this main.txt like begin abstract, introduction, and then I prepared the itemized section like what we are going to do. I already explained. Here you can see I created section. This section is labeled as a multi-chapter. So whenever you wanted to refer this multiple chapters, you don't need to write multiple chapters. You can use the label name multi-chapters, automatically will hyperlink or refer the previous chapter's name. Okay, I'll explain. So, but because we are going to call the intro.txt, this file, because this is not a normal section, this is the different text file. And so we have to give input command, and then we will provide the exact location. So exact location is multi-chapters is a folder name. Under the multi-chapters, we have intro.txt. If you have, suppose in the multi-chapters, 5-fold text file, you have to provide all the files name. Okay. Is this clear? Okay. You can see one difference here. Like I used .text here, but I didn't use .text at the end. Any confusion why I didn't add the information? Online participant can also ask question, I would prefer interactive class rather just giving a lecture. So because if you look the multi-chapters, here you have an intro.txt. In the long table, table.txt, but I didn't write full name. I give only table. What was the reason? Any idea, any clue? No? Okay. Overleaf understand. If you have any text file, automatically recognize, okay, this is the text file. So Overleaf is smart. And so at the moment, you don't need it to explain compiler, I'm calling the text file. If you have a same file name like intro.txt, intro.some MD, it can be a confusion. But mostly if you are doing manually or like locally, then it's a problematic. But Overleaf automatically recognize with the text file. So you don't need to provide the extension name. Okay. So let's start. Yep. Another thing, I don't know, have you tried, but I can, okay, maybe in the debugging section, I'll explain. Okay, so let's start. Maybe we can do some small, you can create one repository in Overleaf just for practice and create a main.txt and create sub files in the same repository. So we can I can understand how much you got my point or not, then I'll explain. Maybe 10 minutes, it's too much. 10 minutes, only 5 minutes is okay. Okay, let's do 10 minutes, I think. Just normal, create, okay, go to, click on Overleaf here and create new projects, maybe blank project, and then create a new file. If you already have, then also good. You can use it, but you can create a new text file. Any issues?
So what's the next?
You prepare? No, it's okay. You have to make new chat and text file and hyperlink, and basically you have to link in the main.txt file. Or you didn't get it.
Yeah.
As I explained.
Yeah, but just let me just follow your presentation because this is my first time actually.
Okay, no problem. So because here you created a one text file and you can write any information in the same text file. But if suppose you wanted to write many things or in the various chapters in different text files, like subdivision, and you wanted to compile at one place.
I have to have the multilingual one.
Yeah, similar format. You have to create one folder here. You can create folder from this place, like new folder, and give any name.
Okay.
And in this folder, you can create new text or intro text, whatever name. Just click and then click this place. Yes, new file, and give me any name.
Another name.
Yeah, another name. and then you have to provide the input.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So don't be confused with include and input command, because input is faster. Include has a facility. You can also cross-referencing. Input has a facility for cross-referencing, but input is a good command. Include graphics, include, that's the good for, because you can cross-referencing, but input is faster than include command. So it's a good idea always use input, but some people can also say pros and cons. So every command has some pros and cons. Okay. So one question for everyone. Is this necessary to create a folder for cross-referencing? Like I created a folder multi chapters, and then I put a text file. Do you think it's necessary?
We can import it directly.
Sorry?
Can we import it directly from the...
Yeah, you can. It's not necessary. Okay. It's convenient for understanding. It's convenient, like you can manage the whole file, because when you write your thesis, or I hope if you are doing PhD, then definitely you have to write thesis, and it can be a longer. And also, it's not a good advice. I would not say like it's a good idea to send whole chapter to your supervisor, and like even if you're doing graduation or masters and you're writing any paper, article, or like 60 pages, something technical report, and you want to get feedback from your supervisor or professor, so he or she will try to spend less time, rather start from beginning. So it's a good idea to create a separate file, and so if you already have seen, they don't need to look the previous file. So that's the reason we can create separate text file and maybe in the folder. So it's good for management perspective, but it is not necessary. You can call anyway without any folder. Okay, so this is the simple answer. That's the reason you can see here in my folder, I have some files without on the top folder. You can see some folder doesn't have any subdirectory, but some I have already created, because it can be a chapter. Like if you just imagine book, in one book you have a table of content, and one chapter is divided into sub-chapters like 1.2, 1.3. So you want it to separate sub chapter. So that would be easy, and it can be easily compiled. And if you get some error, you can easily fix it, because if you have a long error, like in the main .text or in the one text file, then it's very hard to debug. And I'll explain the debugging part. That's the important thing, because you can make document, but you have to solve the problem. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we can move on. The second part is, what is the second part? Yes, to manage the long table. Yes. Okay. Here. Yep. If you remember, maybe Yasser already explained the table, and normal table, a small table. You can make a small table. So you have to create begin table, and then begin tabular, and rest of the information, like how many column you want, right? It was explained in the previous class. If you don't remember, also I can make easy for you if you want. You don't need, okay, if you don't remember the code or command, no worries. Overleaf has a facility. I'm not advertising Overleaf, but I'm trying to help you in this matter. Give me a second, maybe. Yeah, here. So if you click on this button, you can see they have automatic option. Like if you click, like a similar to Word. In the Word or Google Sheet, you go and you can create insert table, insert figure. So you don't have to write the code. So suppose if you click on this insert figure or insert table, where is the insert table? Yeah, maybe here, otherwise it can be overlap. Let's put, yeah. So I wanted to create 3 column or 4 rows. How many is that? So like suppose this one. If you look, I selected the insert table, automatically you can see the code. You don't have to write, oh, if you forget, oh, I don't know what was the command. Just go on the visualize form, visual code editor, automatically will insert the code. And then you can manipulate your information. Or you can also do that like in this way. You can see, give me a second. Yeah, you can see the visual form. So you don't have to like, oh, I forgot the command. No, it's easy. Just insert. Here, some facility available. Don't think Overleaf is still, Overleaf is working on the improvement part, but it's not properly fully solved. So, but it will give you a snippet, and then you can manipulate your table. Okay. If you want, like, suppose insert or caption below, above, anything, border, you can do that. But it's not possible to remove like one section. You can merge at the table, but I think horizontal merge option is available, but not like, yeah. I think horizontal or vertical, I don't remember, but yeah, only one merge option is available. So like, if you want, I think in this way, you can, I think, yeah, give me a second, there is a merge option. No, yeah, that was. So here you can merge cells, and then you can write. Okay. So similarly, you can do for figures. You can insert the hyperlink. You can insert. You can make bold, italic, whatever you want. Okay. So that's the simple thing. For beginner, definitely it's a good idea, because also it saves your time, because you don't have to write manually all the command. Okay. So this is the for simple code part. And you remember already. Now I want to show, basically, give me a second here. Yeah. Just for example, you can see I have a long table. Like one page, it's the same information. Second page, and it is very hard to fit in one page. How we can create this long table? For long table, we have to insert package, and the package name is use package. I'll give me a second. I can show here. If you look the main text. Okay. One more thing before I forget. When you prepare like multiple text files, we will not define any package in different text files. We will define all the package name in main document, like main.txt. Okay, we don't need to put any package. If you insert any package in a specific text file, like multi-chapters intro.txt, then you will get error. Overleaf will say, oh, I don't understand what are you trying to say, because the class file is listed in the main file. Okay, is this clear or not? Okay, so okay, maybe here I can find, yeah, here you can see on 28 line number, use package long table. So for long table, you have to call long table package name long table. So it's a very simple long table, don't give any space, / use package long table. Automatically Overleaf understand, okay, you are trying to make a long table.
The packages should go right after document class, then before begin the document.
Yeah, you before begin document. Okay, so let's start. This is simple but a little bit long. Yeah. Here we don't define, like if you look this, is there any more question or what was? Maybe. No. If you remember the previous like class, or as I explained recently, like when we make a small table, we create begin table, then begin tabular, right? But in the long table, we don't need to create another. Just we start from begin table, begin long table, and then you create multi-column or how many columns you want, you have to define. Okay? You don't need to add another layer like begin tabular. Okay, I can give you example. Maybe then it would be easy. Here, yeah, you can see begin table, and then you can see you have to add because begin table will not start only. You have to make a begin tabular, and begin tabular. Then you will define like how many column you want. 2 columns, 3 columns, you have to define L via L, C, C, or LL, whatever your methods. But in the long table, we don't need. We just start from begin long table, and then we put the information, how many columns. And if you wanted to create, like suppose you have 1, 2, 3 column, so 3 column you want, because in the 3 column you wanted to divide sub columns like multi-column. Then you have to call multi-column. Okay. I can, here you can see. It's a very, like on some sub, yeah, here I have, yes. Okay. Is this okay? I know it's a little bit long, but that's the easy way, because automatically, like table 2 caption and everything, all the information will start from the like on the next page. If your information is finished on first page, then second page will start from the caption. Okay.
If we want to remove the borders of the table?
Yeah, you can remove it. So it's not a problem. Or, okay, that's the, for this purpose, you have to remove the end head and top rule or bottom rule, H line automatically adjusted. Making a column, okay. To make a column, you need to prepare like L and C option. But for if you wanted to remove any line on the top rule, bottom rule, you have to comment slash top rule slash comment, slash end head or top head, whatever you want. This is okay. So I don't know, maybe you can try long table. Okay, I can explain one more thing, then we can go for the little bit exercise. So one thing is how to insert 2 figures in one caption. Okay, here is the first. Okay, I'll explain via example, that would be more interesting. So suppose in one figure you wanted to demonstrate multiple figures in one caption. Because it can be a like you think like, oh, I want to comparative study, or you wanted to highlight some differences in the figures. Here you can easily see this is the sign. Okay, because I work on machine translation, and this is a part of my one-off paper, and we wanted to show all the samples of the sign language. So here you have one example. This is the second figure, but I wanted to present in one figure. How we can do that? Because in the beginning, maybe I don't know. I think Yasser only explained how to you add the figures, one figure, but you wanted to adjust multiple figures. Then you have to call subcaption or subfigures package in the Overleaf. /use package subfigures in the main text. Here you can see the subcaption information in 29 line number. So subcaption will provide you the help, like a compiler will understand if you add multiple figures in one caption. So just for example, like we have a same method, begin figure, include graphics, caption, label, end figure, but I added one more figure, right? Because in the beginning, if you remember, you had only one method, like how you can add the one figure. But here I added multiple figures, like include graphics / hfill, and then gone. And automatically subcaption will adjust it. But important thing here, you have to play with width, because if suppose you have like 4 or 5 figures, then it's difficult because page size is specific. I can visualize a little. I'm going to copy the same figures because it's easy for me. Okay, and let's recompile. Where is the recompile option? Wow, why I cannot see the recompile option? Okay, interesting. Recompile, and I can make here. So you can see, I just added another 2 figures, but because width I have decided very small, 0.24, so it automatically fixed in the same frame. Otherwise, it can go outside of the page. Then you have to adjust. So yeah, width setting is important. But if I get a time, maybe I'll explain how to use adjust box. The adjust box is a package name, and adjust box, if you use adjust box, you can adjust box will automatically configure your figures as per page margin. Okay, that's the facility of adjust box package. But maybe I'll try to explain if I get the time. Okay, so everyone has this access or not? You don't have. Okay. Can we share by because online participants have the Overleaf access, but is there any? Okay, maybe I can try. It's very high. Okay, what is it? It's Overleaf. Okay, is this possible? You can type.
Yeah.
Everyone, overleaf.com definitely. Then, oh God, that's the read, yes. Then / and then.
You can probably enlarge it.
Okay. I don't know here, but I can easily do that. Maybe give me a second. Is this visible or not? Okay, no. Is it now? Fine? No? Okay. If not, then I can compile. I can compile and then maybe there is error. Yeah, I know. Why it is error. Okay, that's the another thing I'll explain. Why I got error. Anyone has any idea? Yes.
Can you put back the link?
Sure, give me a second. I'm just trying to find the correct place so you can see easily where is the. Why? Where is the link? It was. Maybe I can put in the main document, then it's easy to see it somewhere. Now, is it visible or not yet? I think no. Okay. So what I'm going to say. Okay. For if you are trying to use URL or website address, it's a good idea always use /URL, and for that purpose you have to plug in use package /use package URL. That's the simple package name. I'll definitely I'll add in this. Maybe I have already, definitely I have already added somewhere in the package. Yes, it was already added. First, okay, you can try this one, then I'll explain. So now your exercise is make this long table and few just multiple figures. That's it. But it's not. You don't need it to like prepare 2 pages, 3 pages long table. Just use the command how you can make a long table. Okay.
It probably would be helpful if you demonstrate how to add and remove the lines, like actually show how the table changes, because yesterday didn't really have time for that last time.
So do you mean like
Maybe just on a simple table, just a default one, and then what you remove or what you add.
Oh, okay.
Add and remove line, just show an example.
Well, that's good. Yeah, definitely. It's good.
Because I remember when I was doing it.
Okay, so you copy, now everyone have access or not for the overlay? I think, yes, okay, so I'm going to my overlay link. It's a little bit long. Okay. Yeah. Any problem? Any problem, just let me know. Okay, one page. Okay, so if you can, I'm not sure if you have already prepared the table, then it's very good. If not, for online, I can explain again. So just very simple. Begin long table. You started, and I wanted to create 3 column. So I just add LL, 3LL, and then that's done from my side. And you don't have to create another things like begin tabular, as I told you. Then text BF, text, but always remember when you finished your one row option information, you have to use //. Otherwise, you can get error. Like I created now. Little bit start, we can do debugging. You can see here. And what is written? It's like extra information, right? Because your long table is defined only with 3 columns. But because you didn't provide the //, it means not new line, then the compiler confused and says, oh, I think you wanted to create 6 columns. So it's a good idea if you finish 1 column, because LaTeX is not going to understand based on your new line. If you remember, in the text section, when you write text, and if you enter the line, like you can see in the overleaf, like, okay, I can provide the information in the maybe somewhere else. Yeah, here you can see 9, 10th, or maybe not this place. Good idea. Give me a second. This main text, yes. So 94, you can automatically, it's 94, it is in 1 line, right? But if you just press enter, in the overleaf, you can see it's the 95 line number, but over in the PDF compiler or in the LaTeX, it will be a 1 line. Okay, so you have to, if you wanted to make a new paragraph or new line, you have to provide the command. So that's the reason if you don't provide in the table // because // is option for new line. So Overleaf compiler, our LaTeX compiler will confuse and think, oh, you wanted to create 6, but you have defined only 3 columns. Okay, that's the whole idea. So it's a very simple, but this is another demo. Now we can, because you already made the table and figure, or you need some time. Is it done? Or any question, any doubt? How many people are familiar with cross-referencing in the LaTeX or even in the Word document? Do you know how you can use cross-referencing in the LaTeX?
Yes, I know. I already know.
Great. No, BibTeX is a different thing. Cross-referencing, when I say cross-referencing, okay, I can explain maybe later. So, okay, suppose in the table, where is item? Yes, here. If you look this one, here, I have in the 98 line number in the LaTeX in the main document, I call, basically I refer to long table with the /ref table long table, right? Using label name. If you go in the PDF, maybe we go, give me a second because I have to fix this one. Yeah. What was the problem? Intro, multi-chapter intro. Did I? Oh God. Do you realize what was the problem here? Why I'm getting error? Anyone idea?
You had moved by mistake one folder in another folder, so it was not finding it anymore.
Yes.
But now I don't understand why it's not finding that. Or
I have to now.
maybe now it's inside figures. Okay.
Yeah, it's inside of the long table, and now. Okay. I thought. Okay, no issues. I can do that. So no. Yep, I think now it's fixed. Yep. Okay. So if you get any error, you have to read the error file. Okay. So let's do what I'm going to. Yeah, here, if you see the item section, like in this place, if you go in the table, okay, maybe I can make more bigger than this one, and I'll put the space. So this place basically figures 1 and table 3, it should be a figure, not figures. So if you click on this number, third number, and 1 number, automatically it will go on the same page. So that's the reason we create a label, and you don't need to call all the section name. Automatically, if you do cross-referencing using label, if you click on the PDF or if you click on the PDF, automatically will go on the exact location. Okay, so that's the reason it's a good idea. Always create a label for any, for section, for chapters, for subsection, for table figures. Okay. Now, maybe have you noticed one thing? Not if So it's a very small things, but I'm trying to, because here I have used this tilde symbol, right? What is the role of this symbol? Sorry? Yes. If you use this tilde symbol, you don't need to worry about the space. Automatically give space. If you want manually space, then you have to enter space. Otherwise, it's not. It will be because LaTeX will understand. Oh, you wanted to write for together. Okay. So this is a very small thing. So the idea is how we can do cross-referencing. We use /ref and then we provide the label name. Okay. That's a simple thing. You can use figures, you can use a table, you can use a subsection, you can use section, anything. Okay, that's clear. If any doubt, then let me know. Otherwise, we can go for the my next part, because we are almost Unicode. Okay. Any question for online participant? Oh, one more thing. I'm not sure, but maybe you have noticed. Okay, so my small question, is there any difference between /textbf command and /bf command? Maybe here you noticed I used textbf and bf. Both are same. Okay, so this is in the Overleaf, definitely it's now understand like, oh, you don't need to provide text BF, because text BF, okay. The benefit is like if you provide the text BF, it will make a bold to hold text. But if you use a /bf column 2, it is only for some length. So it's a good idea if you wanted to more paragraph bold or something, you have to use /textbf command, open parenthesis and close parenthesis, middle parenthesis. Okay, so that's the small difference. Otherwise, both will work for bold option. Now we can go for multilingual text settings. Okay, definitely I have different information in different script, not for the. I have Hebrew information, Thai, Greek is I didn't add, but I'll tell you how you can do that. So, Overleaf compiler by default, when you create a new project, I can explain here. You can see by default, this compiler is. We use PDF LaTeX. But for the Unicode or UTF-8 or multilingual setting, if it is not a Roman script, then we have to change the compiler, because PDF LaTex supports only to Roman script or mathematical symbols, basically all these things, not for the specific Latin script, definitely, yes. But if you have a specific like you have another in symbols or information, you will get error. And for that purpose, I can maybe, it's already compiled, maybe not. Okay, I can show you how. Maybe somewhere, no, okay. Maybe I have to uncomment them. Yes, I know why. So here, if you look my main.txt file, I haven't enabled this page, multilingual and .txt file. That's the reason you cannot see in the main document. But now, if I enable and I start recompile, I will get an error. The reason is because I'm using PDF LaTeX compiler. Yes, you can see as predict, as per. And the error is.
And here it appears, it doesn't, an error,
Yeah,
but it doesn't show the
yeah,
characters.
definitely, because undefined control settings and all the information, that's the reason you have to look what is the error. Sometimes, not sometimes, if you change the LaTeX compiler, okay, I'll explain a few things because in the LaTeX, especially in the Overleaf 3 compiler, most important, PDF LaTeX and ZLaTeX and Lua LaTeX. Here I'll explain, you can see. This is the compiler. PDF LaTeX extension for text compiler, basically visualize your content in the PDF format. ZLaTeX reads Unicode format, UTF text, and compile in the PDF, visualize basically in the PDF. But Lua LaTeX is an extension version of the definitely text, but also supports all the Unicode, UTF-8, and emojis character. Definitely, if you wanted to insert emoji symbol, then you have to call package name. And the package name is /use package in the parenthesis emoji. So then it will work. It's not a big problem. So, but Lua LaTeX, most of the researchers or users, they believe it's faster in comparison to ZLaTeX. And I also found it's faster and you can easily handle. So that's the reason and it's, I think, more scripts they cover. They have a support for in the Overleaf, you have a two package, either Polyglacia or Babel. You have to import package name for multilingual settings. When I say multilingual settings, here I'm talking only the script, not based on the language. So, for example, you can see here, I added use package font spec because this is the important things, and package Polyglacia, Closia, and then emoji I already told because recently we had to add some emoji symbol in my paper, so it is very important. So it's very, but if you don't want it to use, but I think it's part of now social communication the people are using, so I just want to explain. Then you have to define first, set your other languages name. Like I've defined many Indian languages because I work on Indian language, but here you can see Thai, Hebrew also was defined, set other language. One more important thing, if you wanted to, suppose your book or thesis or article is you are writing in an English language, so you have to define main language and then set other language. Otherwise, compiler will confuse and you will get error because definitely compiler will think, oh, you wanted to set Hindi or Thai as a main language. So, and you will get more error. So it's a good idea, always you set main language, maybe English, maybe other language, maybe like Greek or something, but other languages. Yeah, so basically the idea is set other language, like you wanted to use sometimes, but not all times, then you have to use set other language. And then you have to define font family. So font family, how we define? We use /new font family and we give a script name. Okay. Like here, I give Devanagari because Hindi is written in Devanagari script. So Devanagari font and then script is Devanagari and the font family name. So similarly, you have to define for the Greek is similar to, and suppose your font family is not listed. are not available for the Overleaf, or it's not universally accepted, like in the Unicode, then how you can insert? Because here we don't have a support for one of Indian languages, Udiya, for some Punjabi in the Overleaf. So what I did, I download the TTF font from because TTF, okay, it's a true type font. If you don't have support in the universally, you can download the TTF font and install in your computer. Similarly, we do for the Overleaf. I downloaded this sub.otf file and upload in the Overleaf. That's the simple thing. And compiler will automatically find, oh, this is the font. So you will not get any error. So this is the two methods. If you wanted to, in case you are working on various language and you don't have any support. So you can use TTF or OTF font and then follow this method. Like Hebrew, you can, because Hebrew is already and similar for Greek, because Greek is universally now we have support either via Babel or the polyglotty. But the problem is, if you use these different font family, compiler will not, and PDF LaTeX will give you error. Okay, because PDF LaTeX doesn't support UTF-8. For that purpose, you have to change the compiler. And I'm going to show how you are going to change. If you click here and compiler, so either you select ZLaTeX or Lua LaTeX, LaTeX will also get the same error if you are using the different script. Okay, so I'm going to enable this one here, and somewhere I have already plugged in the main.txt file. Yes, you can see this package, all the packages. Yes. Now you can see all the scripts at least, but we have some error. Definitely, I know why we have error. So you can see the script, right? Previously, you were unable to, basically, everything is a box because we didn't provide any information how it can be visualized and everything. Another thing, because it's a very interesting, you want it, because if you look the language name and it's not black, maybe I can make more bigger, then it's visible. Okay, I can make it bigger. Give me a second. Multilingual text right here. Somewhere I have used. Yep, now it's visible. So you can see here I have used color. For color purpose, you can use package xcolor or color if in the previous class it was not discussed. So that's the reason I wanted to highlight. Like here you can see I use xcolor because xcolor has a more facility. You can use HTML color or many other color, but if you use package color, they have a very limited color options, like only red, green, normal, some. But in the xcolor you can compile many colors. But the method is text color blue, text color whatever name you want, and just to check the all the colors name as per the required. One more thing, it's a small, very small thing. You want to visualize left, right arrow, right? Right or left arrow, how you can visualize. Like here, you can see in the table I use. It's not like, okay, we can insert the image and then it's not a good idea, never. Just use $/right arrow /$. Sorry, $. Like I use the command here. That's the correct method. So automatically it will work. Okay, this is very small thing. Now, but so I'm not sure we have a time for the things multilingual, but definitely you can try. And if you get any error, I think Oksana will put on the GitHub, and there you can make issues, and I'll definitely reply. How many people are familiar with GitHub? Anyone? You? No? Okay. So GitHub is a centralized repository for coding, for other data release, or many things we can. So even people are using, like in the one of course we used for the course material. So the facility is like, if you have any question, any problem, you can create issues and it can be raised, it can be discussion or something. So Oksana is already planning, I think previously you already put on the GitHub, right?
Yeah. I will send everyone a follow-up email with all the links.
Yeah, so you can definitely, you can send an email, then I'll get a time, I can also, sorry, please. Yeah.
I have one question. Like we learned to add the picture from in the document which are already present in the Overleaf. So if we want to add picture in our document from the Google or our Word document, so how?
Yeah, that's the second part, external resource. I'll explain in a few minutes. So this is the thing. Is this clear or not? Okay, great. So one more thing, if you notice here, I didn't use here like in the table LCCRRLC. Here I have used I prepared the width size for every point, right? That's the big part, because if suppose you have multi-column or you have a long table, not long table is in the context of page, you have a width size. So you have to define, because how many widths, basically how much you wanted to use width for one column, how much you wanted to second column, so it will not exceed the page, okay? For that purpose, we use P. In the P, basically, like if you have a, suppose here, I have a 3 column, right? So I make one P under the, I'm just telling you command. In the P, you put the line width, /line width like 0.15, and then only the first column will get 0.15 space, and rest of the column will get different space in the page. Little bit confusion. I think I can visualize something like, okay, I can explain in the simple way. I'll definitely try. If not, you can, okay, here, you can see this models column, I gave only 0.15. Suppose you have 100 scale in the page length, like one frame. In one frame, you wanted to fit all the columns. But your one column has a very small information, so you can give small space. For that purpose, I assign only 0.15 scale. Here in the negative to positive, because I have a large content, so I give a little bit more, like 0.35 or 45, and similarly for the rest of the. But if you have a more column, you have to adjust shrink. The facility, the benefit is, if you have multi columns like in the here, automatically if you enter, it will adjust or wrap the text. It will not cross the line, cross the column actually, not line, cross the column. So that's the good thing. Otherwise, you have to manually adjust. So that's the reason I used width size for each column. That's the important thing. You can see the example, definitely it's publicly available, so it's not a big problem. One more thing, you can do that. I can demonstrate maybe very small, maybe in few minutes. If suppose you have a 6 column or 8 column and you wanted to fix in one page, then you can do one more thing, automatically adjust. And the package name is script size. If you look here at the moment I'm using a small table, right? A small table makes table as a small, like collapse, but it will not shrink automatically. But when you use a script size, so it will shrink according to your script and table width. So like, okay, I can give example. Maybe I can comment here and I make and recompile. And then you can see. Why is it 13? Oh, okay, now I realize why. Because I haven't plugged in the script size. What is the script size? What was script size.si not found? Okay, interesting. Script size.stui not found. Somewhere is the problem in 25. Okay, I'll fix it. I'm getting error because of the PDF LaTeX. Okay, maybe okay, I can do the one thing. Then maybe. Okay. Okay, maybe. Give me a second. Just for demonstrate, I'll update in the, because I have to debug the problem. Yeah, okay. So for example, if you look this table, okay, this table was, I didn't use a small here. I used the method script size and it automatically adjusts all the information. you can see I have lots of information in this table and column. Not only the multi-column, we have sync everything. So if you use script size, at the moment in the Overleaf, because I'm using multilingual setting, I have to disable some package. Then it can be fixed using script size. But if you are using normal PDF LaTeX or something, just install, enable the /use package script size, automatically adjust everything. Okay. So if you want, like if you have a long information, like similar this example, then it's a good idea to use a script size. Rather manually adjust, oh, how much is going outside or exceeding the page. Okay, that's clear? Now I don't need this paper anymore. So, okay. Anything else regarding? Okay, so now we can discuss more thing bibliography and external. Okay, first external resources, because that's the question. Okay, how we can link external resources? That's a question. That was a question, and it's a big problem. And why we want, right? So if you click here in the on uploads on upload column, upload section actually, not column, sorry. You can see many options. Like you have an option like you can upload your computer files on in Overleaf, but another idea is like you don't need. How we can do that? We can use few methods from another project, from external URL, for if you have already account or something for bibliography management, maybe from Jotero or Mendeley, so you can use it. But I'll explain like from another project. So first, from another project, because in the Overleaf, I have many files, so I can like select the project and then select project and also the file name. So first, just for example, maybe, okay, which one is good thing for me? I don't know. Okay, maybe I can try this one. Okay, and then I can select file. Okay, like readme.md, because it will not affect anything. And if you wanted to use in the same name, you can use it or you can rename. Okay, and when I create, you can see here at the end, I have a shortcut key. I didn't upload. This is a symbolic link, and whatever information in the readme.md file, I can use for my main document or for this document. Okay, this is the one external resources method. Second part, sorry, again, we go for upload and from external URL. Like you wanted to use any picture or any information, you can use directly URL, like figure, for example, figure. And maybe, okay, I like this things, University of Galway. Yeah, I think here, logo, where is the logo? Maybe I can use somewhere. Just for example, so here you can use, just if you wanted to, you don't need to download or upload, just copy the URL link and give a .png file and you can insert the figure without adding. So it will reduce the file maintenance also not, it's a good idea always you reuse any link, because if you upload many places, consume the cloud or your system also. So that's a good idea, but somehow it's problematic, because if suppose link is broken, then it's a bad thing. But this is also not, okay, this is also good for the bibliography thing. Like you have already created bibliography, personal bibliography, or suppose university created. For in our research, like Oksana and my research is in research interest, like ACL anthology, they have a bib file. They archived from 19 something, 1950 or 1960, whatever they have a record. All the bib entries is listed in the ACL anthology.bib. So I don't have to worry about any paper. I can, if I remember the paper name or the initials of the bibliography and bib entry, I can easily call. Or I can also see the bib entry. Okay, so for that purpose, you can also add, here, like, okay, I can again explain from external URL. Like here, I added aclweb.org anthology and .bib and create, because file is already available, so it cannot override. But if I remove, automatically that will add in the as a shortcut key, symlink. So that's the thing. I think it's good. Any question for this matter? No? Okay. Now we can do something. Okay, I'll explain bibliographical management because that's the important thing. Okay. Maybe here. Yeah. Okay. This is the example, just one example. Always remember, I'm not sure how much you are familiar with BibTeX entry, but BibTeX entry is like bibliography. When we provide bibliography, or we write bibliography either in Word or in the LaTeX, it's a specific format. Okay, so like bibliography, we use either MLA format or other format. I'm not going to discuss that style. You can find some information, but in the BibTeX, we have a specific format. You have to define what is your information. Like it is article, it is a journal, it is a book, this is the proceeding or whatever it are. You don't know, you can put as a miscellaneous. Then you provide the title name. You have to provide the year, primary class or whatever class, URL, and then it will automatically visualize according to your style sheet. You will call these things. You don't need to call from the title or some other things. You have to call by like the Llama Open Foundation 2023. Automatically you can see in the main.txt or in the LaTeX file information. But the problem is, if you have author name and they have a different script, then it's a problem. And if the entry is wrong, like I can make some problem here. I'm just creating a bug. Suppose. Yeah, okay. Let's compile. What was the problem? Yeah. Mhm. Yes. Yeah, you can see in this place, like you cannot make a space, right? Because I created and together. So also I'm very sure if I go in the table form, like somewhere, it's listed. Okay, what was, yeah, you can see it start from the different name, but the author name is different, right? So this kind of problem, and also this is a problem like if you have suppose 20 authors, 30 authors, so it will not distinguish, like it will make a one line citation in the PDF, in your main content, not only in the bibliographical entry, also create a problem in the main content. So you have to prepare, like either you have to separate middle name, last name, and first name with the and or comma. Otherwise, the BibTeX will say, "Oh, I don't understand. What are you trying to say?" Okay, that was a point. So yeah, I think I'm a little bit done, but I can, if you have a question, we can discuss now. We can, because I have already lots of bug, so I can discuss how we can fix it. Yeah, any question for online participant or you need? No? Everything is clear. Wow, that's good. Okay, so let's do debugging part. How we can debug if you get more error or if you get any error. That's the important thing. Okay, let's look. Like if you have a red color, you can see the red error. It means really problematic. If you have a yellow, it can be avoided. You can ignore. But we start looking this red color. In the error, it says main.txt file has a problem and 81 line number. If I go at 81 line number, I can find this is the problem. And we can, sometimes you cannot get more information like begin document you started. It's very hard to understand what was the problem. You have to look what was the issues because math dollar is already defined. So I have to terminate the math dollar. Somewhere I have already defined in the style sheet or in the main text, and again I defined. So I have to close that math dollar, and then the problem will already resolved. Second problem, undefined things is the same problem because it's a math dollar. Any other issues like can be used in Trimble? Yes. Yeah, you can see in the multilingual second problem. Multilingual folder, under the multilingual folder, you have a multilingual.txt file. At the line number 9, I have either I or someone else, maybe I enabled like use package font is big in the multilingual text file. That's not acceptable because everything should be declared in the main text file. Okay, that's the reason I got error. If I comment it, automatically solve. Yeah, I think that's the same problem for everywhere. Bengali font. Okay, give me a second. I can debug this one because then, so yes. At the moment I comment, no, give me a second. Yes, now it's fine. Because we are using different, I disabled, if you remember, I disabled the language fan command. So I hope so. Yeah, you can see it was 13 error, now we have 5 errors. Okay, so similarly, you can also debug. That's the whole idea. Any other question? Or you need some time? We have 15 minutes at least, yeah. Online, any question? No? Maybe you can try some exercise like external resources or also like multilingual settings. And make color some text here.
I just have a number here. I don't understand.
Runway argument problem. Yep. Somewhere you have used parentheses and maybe you didn't close.
So basically, when I try to input this other table, and then in this file, this
main.text and it's a 26 line number, right?
yes, 26
But
is
26,
really
it's not only 26. Other table, can we go on the other table text file? Yeah, it should be close here. You can see the
oh yeah, right.
yeah. So that's the good thing. Like it says main.text file, but you can also see the
line.
Yeah. So okay, and that's the interesting thing. Like input other tables. So basically, because it's a other table.text file is a subpart of main text. So you will get a top error, but it's hyperlinked with different text file. Okay. Now it's gone, or maybe a little bit more.
Well, because yeah, I have to do this my best.
Yes. Okay. So I just your one of colleague basically got one error, and it was in different text file. But when you see the error log file, in the error log file, you can get like a main.text error, text error. But actually, you have to see the complete error message. In the error message, it's clearly written like, oh, it is a part of other table or some other text file. So you can easily debug. Otherwise, it's if you look at the top level, then it is difficult. So what happened with her? It was she forgot to close the parenthesis, and that's the reason she was getting error. And the message was main text 26 line number, some problem argument of it, but it was a problem in the different text file. Okay. Yeah. If you want, we can do something, and I don't think so. I'm just thinking, is there any remaining part?
So I was trying to do some language switching,
Yeah.
and you mentioned that it could be done with Babel as well.
Yeah.
So would these be okay?
Did you enable the package?
I did.
Where?
So it worked here,
Okay.
and I didn't have to change the.
Compiler, no, definitely, because this is a PDF, it's a kind of symbolic, it's working properly, right? Yeah,
It
PDF
is,
LaTeX,
it is.
yeah, so it's a
So-
Latin part, so it's automatically they support. For some languages, they support like Latin, Greek, and
Okay.
yeah, because it
So
was.
with work, I wouldn't need necessarily to go
No,
and import the
no,
font. It
no.
would work with Babel just.
Yeah, Babel, because I think also
It would
not
work.
completely with Russian language, but the script I'm not very sure. But I'm very sure for some Latin and special characters, you don't need to change the compiler. Even you don't need to.
Also, I mean, because the Greek is a different alphabet, but it
Yeah.
still reads it.
Yes.
It's okay. So
Yeah.
that would work.
But if
Okay.
you have some specific character in the Greek and it's not a support like a part of in Latin or something, then it can be error.
Okay.
So one more thing I can tell you, like, okay, in the Latin, Overleaf has a good engine compiler. If you have accent in the name or other like, yeah, accent or Latin, some umlaut, right? Yeah, umlaut or symbols. So if you don't put any characters, LaTeX symbols code, Overleaf automatically compile and understand, oh, this is you want to write it this way, like some Czech name or Russian name or Ukrainian name, and they have umlaut or even German on the top, and you just copy and paste. Overleaf understand, okay, this is how I have to compile. But in the traditional LaTeX, or in the bibliography, you have to provide clear information. I can show here, maybe in the bibliography somewhere I have. Yes, most probably, like, this is the part of, maybe in the bibliography. Yeah, you can see here. In the proceeding, especially if you look this one, right? So you have to provide the symbols code. Otherwise, in the bibliography, you can get an error. And how you can do that is, if you don't remember the code, it's basically method. No worries. Just search on the LaTeX Overleaf. LaTeX. Latin, I think symbols. If we go on the wiki page, special character, I think I can say. Yeah, this page. If you go on this page, at the bottom here, yeah, you have all command. This is the wiki page information, LaTeX special character. How you wanted to visualize, just use this command automatically. So it's a good, the idea is like, if you are definitely, it's in the Overleaf, you don't have to worry. But if you wanted to send somewhere else, it's a good, ideally, you should use the symbols properly. Because if you are using someone is using traditional thing, then it can be error. One more thing, how many people are familiar with archive.org or some other preprint version or any other journal? Overleaf also provides supports. If you don't have any error, okay, because they have a specific format. I'm not here is submit, I think. Yeah, here. Okay, I have to fix, maybe I can show with some other, like, Okay, maybe this one. Hopefully, should be, yeah, okay. So if you click in this icon, this is the submit button icon. And if you don't have a red error, if you have a red error, you will not see any information. Like here, I can see all the submit all information, like Overleaf gallery or archive or other journal, something. Like you can see all the information, right? Archive, bio, whatever. And if you don't have any error, you can click and automatically Overleaf convert according to the journal format or website format. So you don't have to worry, and then you can push the repository. Basically, you can send it to the repository.
Right, can you show again where you find this?
Okay. If you go with this button, basically it's a submit button.
All right.
It's near to share and collaborator place. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. One more minute, so I can tell you maybe a little bit more things. If you track changes and keep the history information, like because if you have a free version or Overleaf account, it's very hard to track, and even you don't have a facility like track changes in the Overleaf. But in the free version, you can see at least 1 month history. And for 1 month history, if I click somewhere, is this, I think, I don't remember. Okay, I forgot. Give me a second. I think here, yeah, in this place. Okay, let me. This is the history record. Okay, so if I click, I can see all the information, like when I have made changes and who made the changes and what was the changes, right? And you can see the like I added file, added, edited all the information and highlight. You can keep track record. Maybe if you use GitHub, then easily it's possible. Okay, that's it. If you have any question, and as I said, if you have a power problem, you can raise an issue. I'll definitely help you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, there's one quick question in the chat. Is it possible to edit the long table in the visual editor?
Not really. In the long table, no, we don't have any facility. Actually, Overleaf doesn't have facility at the moment. They are working, I think, yeah, because they are trying to customize many things. You can like, but it's not, they don't have any support at the moment, long table. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, if there are no more questions, let's just thank our presenter.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Atul. And as I said, I will send you all a follow-up email with all the links and yeah, whatever, whatever we may find helpful. And thanks for joining us. Please come to the next seminars in the new year. January will be, I think, Tableau, the visualization tool. So there are probably still some spaces left. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I can stop.
If you could stop the recording.